Hi, this is your real estate sales professional, Ben Parojcic, and welcome to your Real Estate Market Minute. Well, have you ever been inside of a haunted house or tried to sell a haunted house? And if you were selling a haunted house, would you have to disclose that it was haunted? I actually was called in to sell a haunted house. During the financial crisis, my clients were going through a rough time. These clients were in the process of losing their home, and we were going to do a short sale on it. During our meeting, the wife was constantly talking about the house being haunted and hearing footsteps in the attic and seeing lights flash and seeing a bright light come out from underneath the door and so on. And I was really trying to kind of ignore this because there was so much other stuff to talk about, but finally I had to turn to the husband and say, well, have you experienced any of this activity? And all he said was, all I could tell you is I've never been harmed in the home. I've never been harmed. So I thought that was weird, but we got everything started, we got it on the market, and we got some people through there. And then an agent called me, and he said, Ben, there's sort of a little bit of interest, but is that house haunted? And I thought, whoa, this is weird that he's asking me this. I said, well, why do you ask? He said, well, my client's 12-year-old son was on the landing. We were upstairs. He was on the landing overlooking the foyer. And he said he saw a figure cloaked in black float across the foyer. And I'll tell you, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. And I said, well, I don't know. Let me talk to my seller and find out. So I called the seller and I talked to her and I said, well, have you ever experienced a ghost, floating across your foyer? And she said, oh, that's not a ghost. That's a demon. Oh, so that made me feel much better. I had to call this agent up and tell him that, yes, the sellers were experiencing paranormal activity in the home. But this was now a real problem. I had a real dilemma on my hands. Do we disclose this to every prospective buyer walking through the house? We sought legal opinion on this, actually, and the Ohio State disclosure law, which is that form that you probably know you fill out, what is wrong with the house. The letter of that law is really physical material defects need to be disclosed by the seller. So a bad roof or a bad furnace, those are the type of things that go on that form. That form is not intended to be a disclosure for paranormal activity. However, it was advised to us that if a buyer asks us directly about paranormal activity, like I was asked, we would have to be truthful about it and say, yes, we believe there's paranormal activity in the house. And so that's how we ended up disclosing it on a case-by-case basis. Nobody else ever asked about it, but we didn't have to put it on the disclosure form. And that's how you sell a haunted house and how you go about disclosing ghosts in your house. And that's it for this Real Estate Market in a Minute. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.